Hello everyone! Welcome to another Q&A video. I can't believe it's been 2 years since the last one already. Back then, I remember we had only 400 subscribers, and now that's grown to 3,400, which is crazy. Thank you all so much for your support. It really does mean a lot to me. Before I get into the questions, I want to let you know what I envision for the future of the channel. As you may have noticed, I've been experimenting with different videos. I know most, if not all of you, came for the voice-acted Black Butler videos, and as we all know, that isn't the most popular topic to make videos on anymore, unfortunately. However, I know that because it isn't popular, creating content on it makes the few people still interested happy. So, I'll keep making Black Butler shorts. That way, only those who want Black Butler content can receive it, while I can put some more time into exploring other anime video ideas. As long as YouTube doesn't keep flagging my shorts as having kids in them. For the long videos, I'm going to branch out into more general anime videos on topics that either I think are interesting, or that I can offer a fresh perspective on, or if I find something funny, something like that. I know that's very loose. I might still make Ciel or Sebastian full-length videos here and there, but I'll mostly reserve those ideas for the shorts instead. I just thought I should give a quick update on what I'm thinking so we're all on the same page. I hope that this model moving forward is okay with everyone. If you have any thoughts at all, please let me know in the comments below. And now, on to your questions. Ciel Phantom Hive asks, how did you get interested in making Ciel videos? And Anime Simp asks, what made you want to start voicing Ciel? Well, it's kind of a weird story. I used to really want to be a voice actor, so I tried applying for a bunch of small auditions on Casting Call Club. One of the roles I auditioned for was for a British boy, so I did my best to make my voice pass off as a British boy. And when I listened back to the recording, I was surprised at how similar it sounded to Ciel's dub voice. It wasn't exactly there, I practiced it a lot more to make it sound closer, but I was still surprised at the similarity. And then after that, I completely forgot that it ever happened, for about 2 or 3 years, until I found my old audition files much later. After I heard it again, I decided to make a random video voice acting Ciel googling himself on the internet, and it did really well. And then I made another video, it did well, I did more, they did pretty well, and here we are today. Lan Fan, apologies if I mispronounced your username, asks, who does Sebastian's voice? And how long does it take to edit one video? Well, Sebastian's voice is done by a friend of mine. I thought his voice could be practiced into sounding close enough to Sebastian's, after I read a lot of comments that were requesting to do a Ciel and Sebastian video, so I asked him to do it, and now he's a part of the channel forever. He helps me with some of the editing choices. I show him the video after I finish editing to see if he thinks it's good. I probably bother him with that like 30 times before I eventually post it. As for the editing specifically, each video takes me about 30 to 40 hours of editing to do. That seems like a lot, but I have a very staticky microphone, and it takes me a different process in every video to get rid of the static without making the audio sound too distorted. And I learn how to do editing tricks as I go, and I try to learn at least one new trick per video, so that's where those two things take up a lot of my time. Lady Hinata Uzumaki asks, are you a night owl or an early bird? I am a major night owl, to the point that I became nocturnal for a couple of weeks last month. I really like the quietness that comes with nighttime, and I just feel more productive in that kind of environment when everyone else is asleep and I'm the only person still awake. Super Small Rice Ball asks, what's your favorite type of food? My favorite type of food is Indo-Chinese, which is, as it sounds, kind of a crossover between Indian and Chinese food. I really love noodles, especially the thick, soft ones. I don't really like crunchy, thin noodles. But I also really like the spiciness of Indian food, and Indo-Chinese food just combines like my favorite two parts of both cuisines into this delicious amazingness that I think everybody should try at least once if they can. K Martinez asks, do you cosplay? No, I'm a very self-conscious person, so I can't imagine turning my body into a work of art. I admire those who are able to transform themselves into amazing looking characters and monsters and creatures, but that just isn't for me. I prefer being a turtle in my room that just never comes out. Anime Simp asks, what character can you mostly relate to? And, if you had to shift to an anime world, what world would you go to? I don't really relate to any characters. I don't really see their dramatized backstories or personalities matching anything about me. I feel like the struggles in anime to make them interesting are just so far removed from reality that I just cannot see myself in any character. If I had to choose someone, I would choose Anya from Spy Family because I love being lazy and not working and just, enjoying life like she does. But I don't like peanuts, so that's a big difference between us. And for the second question, I would choose the world of Durarara. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but basically in that world, as long as you stay away from shady people, it's just a normal world like any other. There isn't that much supernatural stuff or, anime-esque isekai things happening. But if you did want to get involved in the more interesting side of the world, it's not that hard to figure out who to talk to and how to get in there. So that would be my anime world of choice. Ooh asks, what is your favorite character in anything? And Super Small Rice Ball asks, who's your favorite anime character? My favorite character in general is hard to say because I've forgotten a lot of characters that I probably liked at some point. I have a terrible memory and I forget a lot of things. But I do remember liking Sans from Undertale a lot when that game came out. When was that? 8 years ago? Wow, that's crazy. I just loved the sentient character that he was. I just thought that was so different and so cool. So, I'll go with that. My favorite anime character is Izaya Orihara from Durara. I love his character design. It looks so nice and so smooth and so sleek. And I also really like his mischievous and devious personality. And I think both his English and Japanese voice actors do a really good job voicing him. I like everything about Izaya and he's awesome, so he's my favorite anime character of all time. And last but not least, Super Small Rice Ball asks, is there any anime you would recommend to anyone? I would recommend Durarara to everyone. I know I've mentioned it 2 or 3 times already, but seriously, it is my most favorite anime. It's so unique and different, and it just has good vibes all around, I guess. I will say that the first couple of episodes are a little slow, and the first time I watched it was in the middle of a bunch of exams, and the slowness just kind of made me drop it. But once you get past those episodes, it gets really good. There's a good mystery, even though you kind of know what the answer to the mystery is at the beginning, but the other characters don't. And it's just great. I love it. I love how unique it is. There's so many. You could say that every character is the main character. It's awesome. I just like it a lot. So go watch Durarara if you haven't. Please give this abandoned old anime some love. It deserves it, I promise. Well, those are all the questions for this video. There were a couple more, but I feel like I've answered them already, either through comments or Discord messages or just other videos. So thank you everybody who left comments. Thank you so much for engaging with me, and it really feels special that there are people out there who genuinely want to get to know me. That it's just crazy as someone who doesn't have very many friends to really feel like I have friends in you guys. It's a crazy... I don't know how to put it into words, but it's a very special feeling, and thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for interacting with me, thank you for giving me time that you could have very easily spent doing something else. Thank you for staying with the channel even though it's gone through some very inconsistent schedules. I promise I'm working on the 4 videos a week schedule. I'm working on it. It will become a thing. I will make it a thing. I won't let this fail. I've said this so many times, but thank you so much to everybody, to all of you. Thank you to you who's listening right now. You being here really helps me in many more ways than I could ever say. I really appreciate your support, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye!